Welcome to Embrace Yourself. My name is Kim, and I'm a movement specialist passionate about joy, health, and happiness. I want each of us to discover our healthiest, happiest selves, but to do that, we have to get up and move. Today, I'd like to demonstrate an exercise to help us with our balance, which is critically important for those of us that do want to move. As we know, balance tends to be a challenge on a day-to-day basis, but it becomes especially more critical as we age because so many of us lose our balance. So today, I'd like to demonstrate an exercise using a squishy ball. Now, if you don't have a ball, I've included a link below for you to order one, and they're absolutely fantastic. I use them for so many exercises. You could also use a magic circle, which I'll include in the link. We'll be using those later on. But you could also use a cushion or a pillow, anything you have around the house that has a little bit of give. So let's get started. You'll notice that I'm barefoot. Now, the reason I like to do my balance work barefoot is because we often stuff our feet in shoes, and the proprioceptive nerves located on the foot are critical to our balance. But I know some of you do not like to go without shoes or socks. So for you, go ahead, keep your socks and shoes on. It's just an extra challenge if you want to try it barefoot. Now, what we're going to do is take the ball, and I'm extending my arms out, and I'm going to squeeze it. Notice that I've dropped my shoulders down. So I want you to focus on keeping the shoulders low, and I like to visualize my shoulder to an opposite hip pocket. That way I keep that connected and grounded. The reason I want the arms extended is if I bend my elbows, I notice I get more bicep assistance. Balance is not about bicep, it's about my core. What I need to do with having this ball, when I squeeze it, I notice that my transversus abdominis, which is your belt muscle, that's what helps us balance and stay erect. When I squeeze the ball, it helps me find that core muscle that will basically wrap like a corset around the spine so that I stay connected. This is a fantastic way to find your transversus abdominis. So at first you can just squeeze and I feel it contract and engage and then release. And I squeeze and I really focus and I can find that muscle. In addition, I'm making sure that my feet are hip width parallel, and last week I taught short foot. So if you don't know what short foot is, go check out that video. But what we're going to do is basically think of our feet as a tripod. So my big toe, pinky toe, and heel are anchored, and then I'm squeezing the ball and I slowly lift that leg up to tabletop. And I just practice balancing. So I'm getting feedback through my feet. The ball is helping me cinch my core so I feel so much more stable. Additionally, I like to check in with my hips. So when I do this exercise, for some of you that really have a hard time balancing on one foot, you can kick the heel forward, making sure the hips stay level, squeeze the ball, and then just gently lift the heel up. And if you need to, put the heel down. Lift the heel up. So you can see this is super easy. I don't have to bring my knee all the way to tabletop and do this exercise. One other caveat, I like to play around with my balance and take the leg out to the side, or maybe bring it behind me. I could bring the knee up. So notice I'm adding a little bit more balance challenge because I'm starting to move through my range of motion. Why is this so important? We are not always standing facing forward. All of a sudden someone says, hey, I need you to, and you turn. Well, when we rotate into other planes of motion, this is known as the transverse plane, or if I move laterally, that's my frontal plane. Those are the two planes where most people get injured because we don't frequently move into those planes. So it's very important to practice your balance in other planes of motion. Just focusing on balancing forward is great, especially for those of us who live in snowy and icy regions. Because as we're walking, if all of a sudden we start to slip, if we've trained the transversus how to engage, we will have a better chance of not slipping and landing flat on our butt. So that's always a good thing, right? So this is just a simple exercise you can do. I'd say you could do it while you're in your bathroom getting ready in the morning. You could do it with or without the ball, obviously, but notice that this prop gives you that extra little cinch in the core that is a game changer for your balance. So that's your home fun today. In addition to subscribing to my YouTube channel, and if you would, please click the bell icon because that will notify you of these daily videos. Additionally, I'd love if you'd send a like, make a comment, let me know if there's anything I can help you with. This is your home fun for today. Just practicing that balance, play around with it. Remember to have fun. People keep thinking that fitness is either A, boring, or B, work. Oh my gosh, we are so lucky to be able to stand and balance. This is like the greatest thing ever invented. So take advantage of it, have some fun, and I will be sure to see you back here tomorrow. Thanks for joining.